Right, welcome to Pomona, California, where things all of a sudden changed right from Chino. I was in Chino and I saw no trash and virtually no homeless people, but as soon as I drove across the border into Pomona, I saw some homeless almost right away. So let's drive around and take a look at what's going on in Chino or in Pomona and see what kinds of things we find here. It's actually quite interesting. I see over here some bobber motorcycles. Looks like a parts one out front and a rider out front. I just saw a guy go by on almost a flat tire. Looked like he was going really fast, way too fast to be driving down the street, but yet his tire was almost flat and he didn't seem to be worried about it. So it's very interesting so far. And the fences are just like I like to see all the time. Wonderful. Security issues. No, there's no security problems here, I'm sure. One of the areas we won't be traveling to is the Phillips Ranch area because it's pretty darn crime-free over there. So if you're looking to buy out here in Pomona, Phillips Ranch is actually a pretty nice area. But this area here, if you notice the trash, yeah, it's a little on the rough side. So, yep. It just gets worse as we go north. We'll just find the great stuff, and there's rentals in the side yards and backyards and things like that. It's absolutely lovely. And for all that, you can thank the state of California. No drunk driving problems. They just crash into walls just for no reason. I was driving down the street in the middle of the night, and this wall just jumped out in front of me. Note the trash. We are in Pomona. And the guys, they're not looking for work, they're just hanging out, looking for handouts. And as I drive around, I'm noticing the cars with much more faded paint and dents randomly all over them. In fact, oddly enough, you'll see a really nice looking car with dents and giant scratches. It's not that old. You'll wonder if it's stolen or if it's just totally mismanagedly taken care of. Either one doesn't sound very good. The fences of choice are chain link and spikes. There's a nice looking home right there. I feel bad for him. And they actually mowed the dirt and grass out in front, which is a very respectful thank you. But this guy doesn't mow his weeds. Oh, corn in the front yard. Interesting. I guess they're gonna make a corn maze coming up for Halloween. A lot of unmanicured yards. Interesting decor out in front, and spikes. Just gotta love all that. Flat roofs, peeling paint. It kind of looks normal. And a roof coming off. Wow, they can actually afford to do it. Good for you. Actually, the house doesn't look too bad, so maybe that makes sense. Maybe they're able to get a cash out loan to do their roof. Thanks to the state of California and all their lawmaking, they've made roofs very affordable. Because of Title 24, roofs have only just doubled or tripled in price. If you don't believe me, you can look up Title 24 on the construction code and you'll find out what I'm talking about. It is an energy efficient roof that's a lot more expensive, especially for indigent people. Or in case you're wondering why your rent went up, maybe it's because the landlord had to put on a new roof and it cost him double the price. Thanks, California, for doing that. Making things so unaffordable that people can't afford to live in these houses. What do you think the rents are here, guys? I have no idea, but I'm guessing they're well into the $2,000 to $4,000 area, somewhere in that neighborhood. Absolutely affordable, I'm sure. Well, on this street, they put speed bumps in to keep the criminals from running from the cops, I'm sure. Again, some nice homes, some not so nice. But unlike Chino, random piles of trash. I gotta say, I drove the entire state, or almost the whole city of Chino, and never saw one of those piles. The drive-in dairy store looks like it's open, but I did see a pile of trash outside of it and a homeless person right across the street. Lovely. It just amazes me, literally less than a mile away, a whole city where I did not see trash, and so far I've seen several piles going through this area. Just very interesting. Probably has to do with the mentality of the voters around here. Looking for handouts, especially with a nice Democratic governor like they have here. I think she was on the $100 for every family that Barack Obama was putting out. Yeah, lovely. Nice. Pile of rubble. Thank you. But you guys, it's trash day. They'll come get that. No, they won't. It's terrible for these people that have nicely manicured yards and decent clean homes. Unfortunately, I didn't get to film it, but there was a giant pile of cardboard in front of someone's home. I mean, it was literally just mountains of it. It wasn't from moving or like that. It was just like been there for weeks. Fine. And somebody lost their blankie. Well, this neighborhood looks a little bit better, of course. It's like but across the street are these lovely apartments. I don't think they look very good. Are they fixing the broken gate? Need that gate too. And the spikes kind of tell you something. But they do have a mini mart with, of course, probably beer, cash checking, check cashing, wine, you know, all the good stuff you need when you have a neighborhood like this. Yep, just the wrecked cars along the side of the road tells you something. Drinking and driving must be just a standard way of life around here, I suppose. Did we sneak over into Nerid? I love those little unincorporated type cities. Watch out, there's a board in the road. Nope, according to the signs, we are still in the lovely city of Pomona. Very interesting around here. Old architecture like that. It's all kind of industrial. And then you got this guy. This guy really went wild. He went for no trespassing. He has the razor wire on top. Really wanting to do a good job of keeping people out of his yard. Beware of the dog. There's no problem with crime around here, I'm sure. No parking, security cameras in use. I'm sure they don't need those kind of signs up. A lot of truckers around here work. Good, we're glad to see you. Thank you guys for working. I really appreciate truckers. I always make sure I leave room for you guys if you're watching the video. When you're trying to do your job, I get it. So, thank you for doing it. Wow, that looks a little rough. Well, I don't think anybody's ever broke into that place. Nah, just leave it that way, it's fine. I know, it's kind of industrial around here, but, you know, hey. Boarded up house was lovely. Well, as I drive around, I seem to feel the feeling of gang problems. Definitely some sort of drug problems. Just all the lack of maintenance on everything tells me that. And the way that people swoop around driving just seems to make me feel like, you know, there's some sort of drug deal that just went down and they're in a hurry to get somewhere. Sure is a lot of vehicles in that home. I'm sure there's only one family living there. No, that's all. It's got to be, everybody has 3 cars. It's fine. Oh, the graffiti. Lovely. Thank you. Just love it. Man, the junk outside and everything else. Literally, I'd say I'm a good solid mile and a half from Chino, and I see garbage everywhere. Even in the park, and there's a homeless guy out sleeping out there. And another feller over there passed out. I don't know what he was on. Well, whatever this park is, it's definitely on the not list for taking my grandson to. The bars for the swimming pool, and the bars across the street on the homes. Definitely put that playground on the not list. Nope, ain't going there. No thank you. Chino? Yeah, there were some nice ones, definitely. Here, no way. Drive a mile. But if you live in town, make sure you go to Chino, you don't leave trash. Thank you. Because obviously the Chinoites, and there's also these things everywhere. I ran into those. In Chino, none. Did not see one. And people are like, why do you have this problem with street vendors? I go, well, where do they wash their hands? Mattress. It's like, if you don't have the washing station and all the proper things, when you have a trailer and you've got a license, you're supposed to have a washing station to wash your hands. That's why I have a problem with street vendors. You're serving food without using the proper washing technique you're supposed to do before you do it. Ooh, apartments. Oh God, they gotta be just lovely. Man, this is getting very rough. Pomona's definitely a crime-free city. Absolutely. No, there's just only one family living in all these houses. That's for sure. Every person has 3 or 4 cars, right? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's what because you got 3 people living there. There's 9 cars, so that's legit. They got 3 each. You need 3, If you believe that, I've got some real estate in Arizona that's beachfront. The problem is, I didn't tell you about, is there's no water, but there's plenty of beach. Wow, I gotta tell you, there is just a lot of cars in the back out here. You look down the driveways and you see like mountains of cars. Just makes you wonder a bit. In the bars, yeah, absolutely safe, I'm sure. You guys should really all start voting liberal. It's just fantastic. When you see what it does and gives you all this crime, it just makes life so interesting. And people just leave trucks outside with flat tires and graffiti on things. Makes your life a lot more colorful, I'll tell you that much. I felt kind of weird going through Chino because there really wasn't anything to talk about. But here, definitely some very interesting architecture things. Like that was an old home. It's very nicely done, actually. And nice looking cars in the house, very nice. And then next door you have this lovely thing. Whew. It is just very hit and miss. Then you have a nice looking home like that right next door. Weird. It's just interesting. And right across the street you get to look at this nice stuff. Ooh, kind of a tight street. I probably shouldn't have went down that one. Got a little ugly right at the end. Lots of auction cars. A nice one. Then you see another nice one. Decent. Auction. Don't know, not sure. Well, this old lady's got the right idea. Get the broom out and at least take care of business as best you can. Thank you. Ooh. God, could they just like put a better fence out front or something? If you can see in the middle of the road over here, a couple of pieces of trash, a t-shirt and some sort of hat or something. Honestly, drove all the way through Chino. I did not see one time anything like this. See the trash up ahead, shirt or something, just random stuff. Literally a couple of miles away in Chino. None of that. Here, it just tells you the voters. I haven't seen one of those American flags yet either. Not really sure what they stand for, but I saw a lot more of those in, I guess it's kind of prideful. The front yard seems to be the appropriate place to park around here. Well, honey, the registration's expired on the car. What do I do? Put it in the front yard. It's fine. Boy, there's lots of lovely things to look at around here. Wow, it's quite interesting. California maintenance. Interesting. Well, this house looks pretty nice, actually. It looks almost like it's a nursing home or something like that, maybe. I don't know, one of those ones you do at home. But then across the street, you have this loveliness. Oh, be aware of dog. And then apartments or a duplex. Looks absolutely safe. Then you have over here, dented. Looks like somebody might be living in that. Probably somebody living in this one. Yeah. Wonderful. Thank you, State of California, for making rents so expensive. Oh, it wasn't the state that made the rents go up, it's the damn landlords. Well, Title 24 raised the cost of a roof. Now your water heater costs twice as much money. Your air conditioning system is double the price. All because of Title 24. And you want to try and tell me the government had nothing to do with that? You need to read a little more, guys, if you think that. Looks like a rental to me. It's popped out. Kind of made all up for living in. They took the old Taco Bell and turned it into a Senior Baja. Oh, the signs are in just lovely condition. Face is not broke out of that. I'm sure that wasn't from a homeless person just randomly walking by and damaging stuff. See, there's a Senior Baja. No shame in lock 'em up windows around here. And just keep voting for the liberals and you have wonderful places like Pomona. They're just lovely. Look at all the different colors on the graffiti touch-ups on that building. City of Los Angeles building. Of course, County of Los Angeles. Makes sense. Frutas, anyone? I really hate this place. They always have to have a long line to get my welfare check cashed or my deposit. Darn it. Can't stand that. Yeah, just bring the family out for a walk. It's lovely. God, what a beautiful old history this city had downtown. The old Fox Theater. That's cool. Look at that. God. A gorgeous old place that was at one time. And they're still dining outside. Quite interesting. Well, I gotta say, I haven't seen too many people wearing masks. Not yet. This is kind of interesting. I guess it looks good. Oh, not far from downtown, you have this nice little paid parking lot. Absolutely no signs of any kind of homeless or anything like that. You know, yeah, it's fine. That's a little family gathering over there. It's okay. Yep. And they got a guy working on fencing this thing in, probably because of the reason that's on the other side of it. Where I was just filming, they have a homeless group over there, probably trying to keep the vandals out at night. See what I'm talking about right here. Well, it looks like they pushed them out of the direct downtown area and moved them over in this direction. Housing looks, you know, pretty safe. A lot of doors missing, different things like that. Some nicer homes, some a little rough. Kind of a nicer looking apartment or house. I'm not sure what that is. At least it didn't have chain link around it, and the yard looked okay. But right across the kitty corner across the street, you've got this lovely place. You know, the trim hasn't been painted ever. There's stucco falling off everywhere. Chain link all the way around it, and it says Pomona proudly in the backyard. Almost makes me feel like it's some sort of gang affiliation or something. I really don't know. I'm from Pomona. I think this guy's actually going to pick up that piece of garbage there. But the guy next door is not picking this one up. Looks like a lovely place to have dinner outside, if you ask me. Lots of shade, nice and cool. Lovely. Oh, this guy figured out something. Just make it into a tent. Works for me. Nice old Volkswagen. Yard's mowed. It's a fairly decent looking house. Not bad. But it has a lot of bars, which makes it kind of scary for me. Lots of bad roofs and peeling paint and bars. But there's a lovely place to sit down over here if you'd like to, and a place to lie down behind it, the mattress. People love their city so much that they just decide that it's a dump and just dump stuff. It's fine. Like right over here. Just randomly driving down the road, that just came right up. Oh, this place is just so full of loveliness. Gotta come here just to check it out. And the baby poop seems to be a color of choice in these lower echelon areas. Lots of interesting places like this one. I have no idea what they sell in there. Can't read any of it. Probably has something to do with the government and things costing so much. I'm sure it has something to do with that. I did see some lowriders back there. Kind of makes me a little worried like there might be some gang activity around here. Don't really know, actually. No judgment either way. I don't know. I'm just filming what's here and just kind of showing everybody what's so interesting about the city. A lot of interesting fellers around. Not so sure about this neighborhood. The apartments look yuck. And the trash. Epic. And some yard sales going on as well. Seems like a trending thing around these type of neighborhoods. Rinse, dude, we got to do a yard sale. I know, we did one last week. We're only allowed 2 a year, but we'll do one every weekend until we get caught. And listen, if you live here and you do that, I don't blame you, okay? But you need to change your ballot, because your ballot has something to do with the reason why you can't afford your rent. That thing with the D that says Democrat, that's the problem. The only way you're going to change that is if you change it to an R. Oh, but I don't want to. Hey, start reading. And if you can't read, you can always watch YouTube. There's plenty of information out there that's accurate. And of course, there's a little that isn't. Bolivia, Mexico. I thought this was Pomona. Oh, my bad. It was a restaurant with graffiti all over it. I'm sure it's a great neighborhood. Bars in the windows. Lovely. This is one of those hotels they rent by the hours? Or no, it's apartments. It used to be a hotel probably, and converted it. Great idea. Driving down Mission Avenue is alwaes great. There's interesting stuff to look at. Lots of bars in the windows, but some of the old signs are kind of cool. You look at stuff like that and you go, I wonder what that used to be. Oh, it's a restaurant. All the windows are boarded up, but it's fine. You know, they just don't have glass. And this thing here, there's no sign in it. Old, like, Mission something. That's kind of cool. No shortage of these things. Liquor stores everywhere. And something was faded out on this. I don't know what it said. Sorry, I didn't get it on film. Nice looking auto repair business. Pretty established. Another market for check cashing and, of course, alcoholic beverages, I'm sure. Tacos Jalisco. Interesting. And no shortage of boards on the windows either in this area. I'm sure the homeless guys don't break those. It's only from the wind, I'm sure. We had a windstorm last week, and that window way up there got broke out. They could never get access from that awning. Or look at these. Lovely. Wow, was that a bank or something at one point? What does that say? Tiny Tots Dental. Interesting. There's a lot of little businesses in there. Can't read them that fast. And I have no idea what's on the signs here. It says everything. In fact, I don't know what. If you own a business like that, one letter, this one here is very clear. They sell liquor. Good signage. When you clutter it with too much stuff like this, I don't get a chance to read and know what it is. They've never had a break-in over here. No, I guess not. Nope. Just every window's boarded up. There's a guy out front selling something. I guess frutas or cocas, tunas. I don't read Spanish very well, especially when it's spray can. Cocos, tunas, de Juno, I guess is what it says. I'm guessing. If you speak Spanish, write it down in the comments. I had to make sure we're still in the lovely city of Pomona. I don't know when it becomes Narrett or whatever the other city is, but that building was boarded up back there. Auto City doesn't have any windows. I guess that's what you do when you just keep getting your glass broke out. You just cover it with stucco. Brothers Market, 1% check cashing EBT. Quite useful. But you see what I'm talking about there? That is pretty neat. I don't know what it is. Not so excited about the use of color on it though. Hey, somebody got tired of seeing mattresses so much they turned it into a sign. That was a really good use of, you know, wasted materials. Why not? Turn your mattress into a sign. There's another one. Liquors, 1%. That seems to be the going rate around here. Darn, I missed the epic pile of trash back there, guys. I was too busy enjoying the sights. But there's this one for you. Or the homeless camp over here. Or whatever that is. Seems like next to the tracks seems to be the best part of town. So let's take a gander down this road here. Near the railroad tracks. Yes, probably more affordable. But yet, you can still get 5 families in one house. That's fine. Mike, that's not 5 families. Those were my cousins. Legit. I'm serious. We got 7 different cousins here. So it's fine. It's one family. Okay. Okay. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Love to hear it. In my opinion, that's kind of like same difference, right? You know, should be one family in a house. But good old California thinks it's better if we have, you know, up to 4 residents in one house. So they made a law for that. So you can get 4 welfare checks in the same house. Sorry, I just drove over someone's shirt and a pair of shorts. I didn't get to film it though. That's a cool old house. God, they had bars on the upper windows. I guess the thieves carry around ladders around here. These are really cool. God, if these were in like Pasadena, they'd be millions of dollars. Ooh, but ooh, wow. I don't know what there was blue tape on the windows and stuff, like they'd been painting it. Very rough. The porches are epic. Oh, now this is lovely. They've got the Cardenas. Oh my gosh. Look at that. There's a bike guy over there. I'm just gonna creep us around in the turn here. And then the dumpster over here with more guys. Then are those two rocks or is that trash? And I know those are trash over there. You can see that. Those are trash. And boy, we are getting to the auction vehicles here. It looks like some of them, I don't think they've ever been washed. There's definitely was 5 years of brake dust on that car over there. Let's live very clean. Clean the environment. Never wash your car. No thanks. I think I'll wash mine. The lock 'em up windows again are trending around here. I have no idea what that is, but it's definitely locked up. Nice little reputable computer business, I guess. Nice old sign. I love this street too. This is what, Holt, I think? I don't know. It's got all the cool signage and stuff on it. Was this Route 66 or was it Mission? I don't remember. But that liquor store sign is really cool up ahead. Look at that. Really neat. Love to see the old signs. But the lock 'em up windows, they kind of make it a little, you know, not so nice. And the boards, wow. This is really nice. I'm sure there's no crime around here. Absolutely none. No gang activity, crime, drugs. I'm sure it's just fine. Every bit of this. Oh, it looks like they had a reputable Asian restaurant back there. Looked kind of good, but looked kind of dirty too. I don't know. Don't think I'd go in actually. But it looked like it was pretty old. Wow, the cages on the doors. That works. Okay, you could do that. And then they have this sort of thing. The ones that stretch out across. I bet the Mexican food is really good around here though. Burrito Thursday, $6.99. Wow. Well, whatever this was, it certainly is closed. Village Academy. I don't know. It's no longer. Oh, was this a mall? Village Mall? Village Pomona? I don't know, but whatever it is, it looks kind of... Indoor swap meet. Okay, good way to convert it. You can always go to the indoor swap meet. I think I'll pass. Wow, they have a really big O'Reilly Auto Parts. With cell phone sales out. Oh no, it's one of those little food vendors. And one of those cool dealerships that'll resell you your car once it gets repossessed. Oh, you don't have a license? We're going to tow your car away. Take it to the tow yard. The guy goes and buys it back. The dealer buys it back and he sells it to you for a discounted price. Really nice of him. Well, too bad I couldn't film it, but there's a homeless guy on that bench over there. Just looking for some shade. I don't blame him for that. Nice boarded up home or whatever it was. And another feller kind of just wandering around. Has no place to go. A couple of bicycle people at the bus stop. And I'm sure they're not just traveling. I was trying to remember the last time I was here and I came over to this Patron Auto Parts place. Pretty cool. If you ever want to get used aftermarket parts or new aftermarket parts for your car, that's a good place to go. So this is the trend. There's these guys that just kind of set up shops selling something, kind of food item on the side of the road. And, you know, it's just like, I don't know, you know, I don't think they have licensing for that. And again, the problem I have with it is, where do you wash? How do you, you know, when you got to use the restroom, what do? You got to leave. When you're in one of those little trucks that you can, you know, a catering truck, you're mobile, so you can stop somewhere, use a proper restroom. You have a kitchen with a sink. Those things, nothing. So how do you know the food's safe? Is there any kind of letter out there telling you that they've done their proper things? I don't see anything. So that's the stuff that kind of makes me a bit concerned. Oh, look at the new trending living arrangements around here. Yeah. I'm sure everybody can afford to live and pay rent in this city, so now they just move into motorhomes. Again, thank California for that. So we've got one up here. Wow, he's got a really big one. His slide outs are in though. This guy's got his own vehicle behind his. Then we've got this one over here. I mean, what else do you do when rent gets that high? We'll make those people pay. We need to get efficient homes, energy efficient homes in California. Yeah, just push the poor people out on the streets and let the garbage pile up. The priorities of the California government are just all wrong. They need to think about everyone. The people who live in the smaller cities, the people who live in the country, the people who live in the cities, of course, everyone, the poor, the wealthy, whatever. They need to make laws that work for everyone or stop making them altogether. You know, I really didn't mind Arnold because he didn't get anything done, but he didn't ruin anything. These knuckleheads we've had here have just put the wrecking ball to the state. They just get the wrecking ball out, start swinging it around, signing it with their pen. That's what they're doing, and it's causing all this problem, all this homeless. I can tell you right now, this was not nearly this bad. 25 years ago, this was not like this. I'm not going to say Pomona was perfect. I was doing work out here in the 90s, or in the 2000s, mid-2000s, and you know, it had its rough edges and stuff, but it wasn't nearly as bad as it is now. I'm seeing a lot more homeless. I never saw a motorhome in this city. Never saw that, people living in them. Now you do everywhere, every city in California. And people in wheelchairs on the side of the road with nothing to do because there's no way they can afford rent. Every time you swing that pen, it's like taking the wrecking ball. You make a new law, trying to make things quote unquote better, trying to make houses more efficient. All that costs money that people don't have. And I mean, when you're talking about people who are already indigent, who are already poor, and you have to make them do it too, they can't afford to do it. Do you think there was any regards for them when they made these laws? Do you think so? Absolutely not. Nothing. And they're the ones saying that they care about the homeless and they care about all these people. Guess what, you guys? If you're one of those people who's indigent, poor, homeless, the Democrats don't care. They don't care about you. They don't. They just want your pen to check the box to vote for them. They'll say all the stuff they need to say to get you to vote. But when it comes down to doing something, no. They're better off doing nothing. My goodness. I thought maybe it would get better as I went north more. Oh, it just hasn't. This city has just, oh my goodness. Wow. Look at the piles of trash. Just leave them out front. It's like, just makes me really want to cringe. And I kind of go, yeah, maybe I shouldn't be driving down the street. What was that noise back there? Oh, just gunfire. It's fine. I just saw two guys shooting at each other. It's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know how many cars in the front yard. Wow. So I guess he sells firewood? Wow, that's a lot of wood in the front yard. That's at least 20 cords. Again, you got to do what you got to do to pay your bills around here. It's got to be expensive, and it's just not very nice. Almost every street corner there's something for sale. And all those people behind you, they're paying rent and you're not. That seems really fair. Look at that. A palm tree fell over and they turned it into some sort of artwork. Quite interesting. I thought, well, once we get closer to the 10, it'll get better. Not so much. The dirty, all businesses open during construction looks pretty inviting. I think I'll go in. No, not me. All businesses open during construction, covered with filth. Lovely. Well, it just kind of works with the rest of the town, I suppose. My goodness, I mean, there's some decent yards, some nice ones actually. Haven't seen an American flag yet, though. I've seen Angels. I saw an LA flag. I guess that means Dodgers, huh? So again, the roofs pretty much dilapidated around here. There's a decent one. But, you know, as those roofs reach that 25-year point, and they have to make that financial decision to get a new one, it's gonna get a little weird. You can tell some of these were done before the Title 24 new rules. So they got them done at the right time. Places like Hemet and stuff like that, absolutely unaffordable for them. Well, this area seems a little bit better, maybe. I don't know. I'm kind of driving. It's so hit and miss. I see some good ones and I kind of go, oh, wow, maybe this is getting better. And then all of a sudden you go, oh. But these homes don't look bad. That's a nice looking home there. And then you got, oh, next door. Yeah, they got a little lazy on the lawn. This one here, you know, looks nice. And then you got one that looks nice. They got some like wood thing out front. Looks good. Some decent looking ones around here. We're near the 10 freeway. I'm not going to go north of the 10. I think there's some nicer ones up that way. And there's also good ones over in Phillips Ranch area is definitely pretty nice. So if you're looking for a home and you need something in Pomona, those are the areas probably to take a look at. Is north of the 10. And also, I would say, well, some places north of the 10 are a little, yeah, no, not so much. But even this area here, it doesn't look too bad. I'm going to say this is probably pretty decent as far as that goes. It's kind of hit and miss. I mean, like, this house has no stucco on that wall. It's like, wow. And then, you know, you do have some people that take care of their yards. The cars look a little bit better. Still a little auction-ish. You know, some of them were pretty good, but you know, like you see here, that was a nice BMW, had a kind of a flat tire and a couple of big dents in it, and you know, but it looked like a pretty new car, so it kind of makes me a bit worried. So I guess I hit the city of Claremont now. I guess it's more that direction. And Claremont's definitely, I think, is a little bit nicer. Let me know in the comments if you've been to Claremont recently. I haven't been there. I can't really tell you. I don't really know. It's kind of a smaller city. If you think it's going to be rough or whatever, you want me to go drive it, I can. See, city of Pomona. So I was still in Pomona back there. I just barely got into Claremont right here. That's the beginning of it. I don't know exactly where the lines are. I just kind of look. And of course, they have these nice pawn shops, you know, so if you need to get rid of your jewelry, you can go down there, you know, bicycles, jewelry, that sort of thing. Pawn shops there, you know, get a little cash. Sure, there's plenty of those around, and plenty of liquor stores. So anyway, I think that's going to conclude our tour for this one. Yeah, I'm going to say Pomona is shite for the most part. There's some decent areas, like I said, those areas I talked about. But the middle of the city, you know, you just don't know. It might be okay, but man, I mean, just the lack of yard maintenance and disrespect for neighbors with trash and filth, and the lack of painting, I'm gonna say, and the fences in the front yards and the signs that say no, you know, that there's beware of a dog, or, you know, no trespassing, makes me think that they've had problems in the past. So, you know, it probably is what it is. So anyway, all right, that's it for it. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, and subscribe, and let's see your comments below, and let me know any other cities in the neighborhood you'd like me to go. Got Covina, might be really good, but I don't know if I'll get over there. That's a little bit of a hike, but that could be done. I was gonna do like you know, Anaheim's second one. I want to show you guys the real part of Anaheim that's really bad, but I haven't been over there. And then if I catch it during the week, it's kind of hard to get back to Riverside. You get a lot of traffic. So anyway, yeah, this part here doesn't look too terribly bad, but it's kind of older, you know, it's kind of cool. But t-shirt mart, looks enticing. I think I want to go in, get some t-shirts. The indoor swap meet, you know, no thanks. I'll talk to you in the next one. Please like, share, and subscribe. So those of you guys who haven't watched Chino, I'm gonna just tell you real quick. I just got from Montclair into Chino, heading back out of here, and first thing I'm greeted with is American flag, and I see a shopping center right here, right near the freeway, where there normally would be trash, and you see absolutely no trash, and everything's taken care of. You can't tell me it isn't possible. Like, we're literally right across the street from Montclair, okay? I mean, and right up the street from Pomona, and they can't keep their things like this. It just floors me. It's just excuses. Oh, well, whatever. I don't care what they are. This is excuse. This is how you should have your city if you live out there. Talk to you in the next one.